We may have seen the Philadelphia Eagles, or any NFL team for that matter, run the tush push, brotherly shove, whatever you prefer to call it, for the very last time. As today, the NFL Competition Committee has met up and decided to push the decision of whether or not to ban the tush push back until May, and per Jordan Schultz, it is a 16-16 split as things currently stand. In today's video, I want to talk about if the NFL should ban the tush push, the actual reason that teams are trying to ban this play, and what I think it means for next season, the future of football, and just give my overall thoughts on the matter. If you love the NFL and you're not already subscribed to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's hop in to today's video. So reports officially came down today that the NFL is seriously considering banning the tush push brotherly shove. This was something that was suggested and brought into discussion by the Green Bay Packers. And per Jordan Schultz, as we sit today, there are 16 teams who are in favor of banning the tush push. Now, that is still 8 short of the 24 votes needed to overturn a rule, make a change, whatever you would like to call it. But there is some serious momentum to this, and this is something that could happen. And I want to start by saying I understand some of the reasoning. However, the discourse that is being had about this play in an effort to get it banned is not only cowardice, but also hypocritical. Because the main thing that these teams, the Packers, the Bills, and 14 other teams and their representatives are pushing forward in an effort to ban this play is safety concerns. But when you dig deeper into it, one, there's not really that many safety concerns. Yes, it's football. You have, 200-pound grown men running at each other, trying to knock each other off their feet, running full speed, some up to 20 miles per hour. There is injury concerns in the game of football, period. And at the line, you have 250, 300-pound guys pushing on each other. Is there eventually going to be an injury when the tush push is being ran? Not a doubt in my mind. But in 300 plus times that it has been ran since the Eagles first started doing it and other teams have looked to copy it, there has not been a single injury. Not one. Yes, the research shows that there is injury risk on this play. There is injury risk on every NFL play. That is the sport that we all love and watch. There is injury risk in it. It is a physical sport. Again, every play pretty much ends with one 200-pound man taking another 200-pound man off his feet. So let's not pretend that this is a major safety issue. It's not. And for this to come down, especially from a Sean McDermott, who is the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, and he is really hammering down the safety concern. Yet, in the AFC Championship game versus Kansas City, he ran this play 4 times. And mind you, it wasn't successful. The Bills weren't able to convert. And that's why they can't argue because it's just an automatic play. Because it's not for some teams. Kansas City was able to stuff Buffalo time and time again in the AFC Championship. And I can already hear the argument. Well, Dylan, that was the biggest game of the Bills season. Safety concerns kind of go out the window. In the biggest game of the season, they were willing to take on the risk of running that play. You could say that. However, Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills have run some version of the tush push brotherly shove, whatever you prefer to call it, 55 times in the last 3 years. That is the second most to the Philadelphia Eagles. So they're running it at a high rate, yet their head coach believes it's a massive safety issue. Why would you continue to risk the health and injury on your star quarterback. Josh Allen's a top 3 player in the sport, yet this super unsafe, ungodly, oh no, we have to ban this play, is something you're comfortable calling? No, I just don't see it. At the end of the day, this is hypocrisy. This is lying. These people who are looking to ban this play are lying to you about the reason, and they are lying to their fellow counterparts. It isn't a safety issue. There is 2 reasons why this play would be looked to be banned from opposing NFL teams. One is very cowardice. Simply put, they can't execute it at the level of the Eagles. They don't think that they're going to be able to. They're not willing to work to get to defend it. They just want to get rid of it. They want the easy way out of not having to worry about that play. And I do ask, if we get to that point, where does it stop? Because what you're saying is the Eagles, with their all-pro center and their quarterback with his lower body strength, it's an unfair advantage. If that is the argument you were going with. They can't run that play, it's not fair. Would the Dallas Cowboys, if Brandon Aubrey was able to start hitting 70-yard field goals, which he was willing to attempt and has hit in pregame, so it's conceivable he gets to that level, he would be the only kicker in football you'd be comfortable sending out for 70-yard field goals. Would we then ban that? Because it's a competitive advantage. I don't think so. And I think the Houston Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans, direct quote, "It is tough to punish a team for being really good at something." That's the truth. DeMeco Ryans spitting absolute facts there. In all reality, the team's representatives that are trying to ban this play are attempting to punish the Eagles for being really good at something. Is it a coincidence that the 2 off seasons that we have heard a lot of chatter about this play being banned were 2022, when the Philadelphia Eagles made the Super Bowl, and this off season when the Eagles won the Super Bowl? Didn't hear a lot about it last year when the Eagles collapsed and lost to Tampa Bay. Didn't hear a lot about it. But now we're hearing about it. An elephant in the room. Yes, Eagles fan. My opinion on this, you could say, is biased. I can't sit down with you and really have the conversation and be like, it's not. But trust, this is an opinion I'd have if it was your team, if it was the Cowboys, etc. Be better. That's kind of the standpoint. And the number 2 reason that I kind of understand the potential ban on it from an NFL marketing perspective is the play optically entertaining. No. It is a slow-moving play. It is a play that's max gain is about 2 yards. It is not an explosive play, and when you see Philly line up in it, it is almost an automatic play. Is it an entertaining play? No. But not a single head coach in McDermott, Matt LaFleur, representative will tell you the truth in terms of, we want to ban it because it is not a good product. They will not say it. They will hide behind the safety concern, despite there not being a recorded injury on that play. In football being a contact sport, there's injuries every game. I get it. We're trying to minimize massive injuries. That's why you can't hit a defenseless receiver over the middle of the field. That's why they've changed the kickoff rules, because of how full speed players are running into each other. This is not that. This is one of the slower, if not the slowest moving play in the NFL. And there has not been a recorded injury. So hiding behind potential injury, do not buy it. You are being lied to. If you are someone who believes that it is the injury risk reason because X, Y, and Z said so, you were lied to. The 2 reasons that people want to ban it is because they can't replicate it and they can't figure out how to defend it. So they'd rather just remove it because they can't compete with it. Or number two, it's somebody who is thinking about the NFL from a marketing standpoint, which is not what the competition committee is doing. At the end of the day, is this play going to get banned? I don't know. I hope not. I think it's also a really bad look to ban this play right after the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Again, it speaks to running from competition, and that is not the NFL that I know and that I love, and I don't think it's the NFL that you know and you love either. Even if you hate watching the tush push, even if you think that it is a bad optic play, do not be lied to about why the NFL is attempting to ban this. It is other teams are scared, other teams are cowards, and other teams, and I'm calling the Bills out on this, are being hypocritical. Again, do I understand the optics behind why, from a marketing perspective, the NFL wouldn't want this play? I do. But let's not lie. Let's not bullshit here. This is not a safety issue. The NFL shouldn't ban this play. The other NFL teams should get better at either one, executing it, or two, learning how to stop it. And at the end of the day, only one team executes it at an unreal level. It's a competitive advantage. You wouldn't stop a quarterback from throwing the ball farther than every other quarterback because he has that advantage. You wouldn't stop a kicker from kicking field goals farther than any other kicker because they have that competitive advantage. You wouldn't stop a wide receiver from running faster than any corner because they can't keep up. You shouldn't stop the Eagles' offensive line and Jalen Hurts from out-muscling opposing teams because they're stronger in the trenches. It's weak, and it is a loser mentality.